So what I'm going to do is, I was asked to do this today for someone. I love talking about this. So again, if there are questions down there, I might be able to answer them for you. And if I can, I will. But I'm going to go through a company called Cool Trader Pro. Really what I want to talk about today is, and this is our legal disclaimer, we are a software company, although over the next 60 days we're moving to the cloud and will be a web-based application versus a software that you download, whatever difference that means. What I really want to talk to you about initially is this gentleman here. His name is Mr. Ed Barano. And Ed Barano may not be a name that you're familiar with. However, I do think he will be changing the stock market for tens of thousands of people. He already has, just so you know, about 18,000 users with this software program. However, it was done without any marketing, and now we are starting to get the word out, we believe. Although it may not be people on this line, because a lot of people on the line today are more interested in doing your own evaluation and testing. We can do that with this as well. But I think a lot of people like sitting in front of the computer and really doing your stuff, which I admire you for. So, but Ed Barano's story, just so you know a little bit about who he is, he's a master programmer. He was one of the Microsoft gurus from '87 to '95, and in that time frame, he became, one of Bill Gates' right-hand men, and he worked on many of the top software programs, NT, and you can name a bunch of them, and he was their guy to do that. And he started when it was, and he retired in '95 just because it didn't make sense to work anymore. He had about, at that point, he had about, I think, $12 million in stock options and in money saved. And he left in '95. He was 39, and he retired, and he didn't do much for the next 5 years. And while not doing much, his 12 million grew to about 24, 25 million. And then 2000 came, and so did the tech crash. And we all know what happened in 2000. And his 25 million went down to about 12 million, 11 million. And he wasn't destitute by any means, not like a lot of people. However, as he talked to people about the market crashed, he realized that a lot of people were really devastated, hurt. Their retirements were out the window. He lives in Scottsdale, Arizona, and a lot of people there are retirement people, and people had to go back to work, working at Walmart, working wherever. And he started to get a little angry, and he had a vendetta. Initially in 2000, he started a vendetta against the stock market. He believes so much of it was fixed and shouldn't have happened, and like many things that we all feel about the stock market. So he started to learn about it. He actually became a registered representative, and he started to work for the big companies. And the story is important because what he realized when he went to work for the companies was that he never heard them talking about how much money they can make for their clients. It was all about how much money they can make for the company. And that got him even more angry. So he had nothing to do, and he is a master programmer. So he sat about 5 years of his time doing nothing but boxing in and programming the stock market. 5 years of development, 5 million lines of code, and with all of this, $10 million of his own money invested, and he grew a company, one-man show called Cool Trade. He was the programmer, the developer, he was the marketer, with all the hats, and that's how it came to be in 2005. And then he started working with people, many like yourselves, professional traders, and that's who was using this program from 2005 right through today. And he learned a lot from these people about what people were looking for in a program and how it operates and how it works. And what I'm going to share with you is something a little bit different than maybe you guys have been familiar with before. And I'm pressing the wrong buttons here, not my computer. I got to press the arrow. But I'm going to just be really quick on these because everybody here knows about this. And Serge did a great job talking about what I'm going to talk about a little bit. But it's boom and bust, for the stock market. The middle-class investor has been crushed. And our mission is to help the middle-class investor, and to me, that's anybody that's not Warren Buffett or Goldman Sachs. And So I believe I'm in that category. I think we all are. And really what we've learned, and everybody in this line knows because you guys are actively trading, is that holding on for the long term is just foolish. That's what the average person does. What we're about, it's about taking profits. And I like what Serge said, it's a business. Stock trading is a business. However, it's a business that I enjoy much more because with Cool Trade, I'm able to do it totally hands-off. I can compete with the big guys, and the big guys don't work for me. We know that 84% of the trades are high-frequency trading. This is not what we're doing here. And the other is all buy and hold. Either way, the big guys make money because, and I'm going through this quickly because everybody on this line knows all this stuff, but we have about 90 million Americans in mutual funds sitting in a buy and hold strategy. There's about $12 trillion in mutual funds in the United States alone. And we know for the last 5 years, that annual return averaged out to about 2.74%. But who makes money on that? Well, the big companies, because if it's up or down, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to go into mutual funds with everybody today. That's a whole other seminar. But they're raking about $5 billion a year just in all of their funds that they manage. And we're sitting in buy, hold, and hope, is what we call it. And we have to teach the average person that there's a better way of doing things, and that's what Ed Barano's mission is. You guys are already doing it, so kudos to everybody out there. We know the experts aren't going to make us rich. It doesn't matter who they are. And, you know, it's amazing, no matter, you know, we're looking at and listening to Serge about the emotions of people. Well, we know the emotions of the stock market. And I guess the one thing I've learned, being 56 and having a father who was a stockbroker, is that we never know what the stock market's going to do. It could be up or down based on economic news or world news or just one particular stock. So we don't know what world events or local events or stock events are going to impact the stock market tomorrow. So it's really hard to have peace of mind with your money. And the one thing we do know is that the market goes up and down. But I'm just going to show you this briefly, and then I'll show you some more stuff which I think you'll appreciate as we go through this. A little bit about how Cool Trade works. So this is just a little graph that's made up here. You can trade in any amount of even share lots, 100 share, all the way up to as much as you want. That's up to you. But in this example, we'll just say it's 100 share lots. Sorry, the print is small here. It doesn't matter that you can't see it. But bottom line is, you start here. It doesn't really matter when you get in, because it's not about when you get in. It truly isn't when you understand how the software works. But I want to just go backwards for 1 second. This is being done for me and for anybody who uses this software, and I guess this is really the key. This is being done fully unattended. I never touch it. As a matter of fact, I don't do anything as far as setting it up, and I'll share a little bit how that gets set up in a minute. But this is all about swing trading, so to speak. So here's where you bought in, and the next little box that comes up is that Cool Trade continually monitors your stocks. It monitors all 8,000 stocks every second of every day, but certainly it's paying most attention to the stocks that are in your portfolio. So it monitors your stock, and as it starts to head up, it's going to take a profit. And that's what this is about. What Cool Trade does, and this is what I like to call nickel and diming the stock market to death. We're not about holding for the long term. Certainly we can ride up as much as anyone else. It does trade totally in stealth mode. I appreciate that comment, because obviously we don't want any level 2 screen seeing where you're at. We'll get into that as well. So it shares, it'll take your $50, $100 profit, and then it'll continue to watch, and as it goes back down, it will buy it again, fully unattended. So this is just going to show you as it goes up and down. Yes, I use a software. I'm using it for 7 months. I'll show you some results. All it's going to do is it's going to ride the ups and downs of the market waves, and as it settles back a little bit, it's going to take the profit, and as it goes, and it can do that as many times as we want, and I'll show you some parameters as we go forward. So let's just take take a look. I'm going to show you two reports here. And look, I think they're going to be really small. I don't know of any way of making it bigger unless they switch it to my computer. So I'm not sure if I should do that or not, Serge, because it's really not visible in any way that I can share. So let's see. So if you have any recommendations, Morgan, about if I should go to my own computer so I can show these, or if I should just leave it on here, because this does not help anybody. But this is, I'm frustrated. I wish I can show everybody. Let me go to the next slide. Maybe this can be, Morgan, if you want to let me know if I should, how I can go to my own slides, let me know, because I really apologize. This is really important. This is a, this says Doug T. up top stock strategy, and it was trading 5 stocks. And I don't know if you can see them, but it's JP Morgan, Bank of America, Halliburton, and maybe Facebook back then. And I can't see the other, Microsoft. And all it was doing, and I can just share with you, I was trading about, in this account, about $30,000. I wasn't fully invested. I was only investing up about maybe 20,000, 15, 20,000. This does long and short. We have long and short strategies, so I will share that with you as well. You can do one long and one short strategy at the same exact time. But in this particular, it was a 2.5-week period. And the reason I'm showing you this is when I got started. This tells you when I bought, when I sold, the time I started, the amount of lots I had, 100 share lots, and the profit. And at the bottom here, if you could see this, it would say something about $2,947. And that was on a $30,000 portfolio over a 2.5-week period. In the first 2.5 weeks, I traded based on a strategy that came out of the box with the software. And I've had, you know, I've had my last 6 or 7 months with it. I started November, and I've been averaging anywhere on a low month, 2%, to a high month, about 15%. All in there. I've never had a losing month, and it's all up. And my friends who are using the software are anywhere between 5 and 7, 10% per month. That's right. And doing it all fully unattended. You can do it in live or demo mode. You can use a strategy on your own. We have 700 different parameters. So if you want to use candlesticks or this or that in your back office, you can set all that up. If you want to use just what comes out of the box, that's great. If we're in a bull market, this will just ride. It'll ride the stocks. So it's not going to sell them unless it has a downturn, and if it does, it'll buy them back. So you're going to get the same advantages of anybody else in the bull market. And the profit is just, you know, you use your own broker. I use Interactive Brokers. So my profit here was, let's say, $2,900 in that month. That was before, if you look on the screen here, it was probably about 20 trades, so it cost me about $40 for those $3,000 in profits. And that I'm trading this in a retirement portfolio for myself. This trades in the 401k or an IRA. And so I'm not dealing with taxes on this. Certainly if you were subject to taxes, then you have your taxes, but I always say good profits are better than no profits as well. So anyway, let me move on here. So my apologies that that is not bigger, because I would love to show you the nickel and diming, but if you went through the column here, you'll see there's probably not a profit more than $200, and most of the profits in the $100 range, and that's how this works. It could be 50, you set your own parameters. So one of the things I want to share here, we have a community board. We have people that have been using software that love sharing their strategies. So in addition to the strategies that come out of the box, which are a lot, you can copy and paste a strategy from any of the users that you like. I'm not big on these big returns because I think they're probably very risky. I like to get just steady returns, 3 to 5% monthly. So, but we do have a wonderful community that shares their results, and you be the judge of which. Yes, you can copy a live trader in real time. You can copy a strategy and move into that strategy. You can only do 2 strategies at the same time, a long and short. So basically what Ed Barano has done with his Master Genius program and his 5 million lines of code is he knows that stocks go up and down. That's it. And he has programmed, he thinks it's so silly that anybody would do anything but this. And of course, that's the beauty of having millions of people in the stock market. We're just going to capitalize, people that use this, on movements in the market. And we're looking for good stocks that trade within ranges. That's it. We're looking for stocks that if you look 5 years ago, they traded within ranges, but they go up and down. And what I want to share with you is how that works and what that looks like compared to a buy and hold, which I know and I understand and I appreciate people on this line are not doing buy and hold. But nonetheless, let me share with you what cool trade looks like as far as a long-term 5-year. And I'll show you what brokers this works with. We have 7 broker partners, including E-Trade, TD Ameritrade, Interactive Brokers. So what we have here is a little bit of cool trade versus buy and hold. And what I'm going to share with you is a few different stocks. And I'll get to the questions as best I can. I'm focused on my slides here, so I'm not good at multitasking. I'm only a doctor, so my apologies here. So I'll get to the questions as I can. But what we're looking at here is a buy and hold versus what we call a dollar up, dollar down strategy. So just to be clear, and I know everybody gets this, is a dollar up means if the stock went up $1, you would sell. If it went down $1, you would buy on 100 share lots. So that's a simple dollar up, dollar down strategy. It's not one that I use. I'm doing different profit gain goals and so on and so forth and when I re-enter. But bottom line is, if you look from here, March 31st, 2013, the results would have been for Microsoft that you would have made a whopping $22 in 5 years. However, with cool trade, it would have traded you 50 times. Not a lot over 5 years. That's basically 10 trades a year, but it would have made you $4,600 on all of these movements in Microsoft over the 5 years. So it's a pretty classic stock to do swing trading with. You got to be a little patient. It's not trading, like Serge said, it's not trading daily. Could be 2 days to 4 weeks, depending upon the stock. And next is and again, this is all dollar up, dollar down strategy. Again, not one that was I'm doing, but you can do whatever you like. But this is JP Morgan. JP Morgan in 5 years was $42 to $47 over 5 years. Over the 5 years, it basically allowed you to make a $452 profit on buy and hold, which again, I appreciate nobody's doing here. But what Cool Trade would have done is traded 129 times over 5 years, which I guess is about 25 times a year, 2 times a month, $15,000. But again, all fully unattended. Never once are you clicking a button. If you have your strategy up and running, it just goes. So this is, next is Halliburton, great stock for swing trading as well. People love it for this. In 5 years, you would have made $108, but if you use Cool Trade, 163 trades, $20,000 in profits, again on 100 share lots, doing nothing but buying, selling, and again, $2 on the round trip if you use Interactive Broker. Your call, you can use whoever you like that we're partnered with. And just so you know, every one of our API partners, they called Ed Barano and they asked him to make this available for their day traders. So again, Hewlett Packard, another great stock. I guess the reason I want to show you this is because this is a stock that went down tremendously over 5 years, from 48 to 20. I know it's rebounded again, but bottom line is, over 5 years, you would have lost $3,200. But even in a stock that's going down, with this dollar up, dollar down strategy, you would have made $8 grand with the 77 trades, because other than 2008, stocks just don't dive. They go up and down, and you're up and down doing the program. It does short trades, absolutely does short trades, and you can have a short trade strategy. I will share with that as well. What I would recommend you do, and I'll show you some resources, but if you write this down, website at the end of the day or whenever you want, type in any of the stocks that you like, and it will do the same exercise on all stocks to compare cool trade versus buy and hold over a period of 5 years, and all documented with this dollar up, dollar down strategy. So again, this is not for everybody, and I wouldn't tell you to go out and get this thing if you're doing strategies that are successful. This again is for people like me and for others that really are looking to not sit by the computer all day long and be in a very safe, very wonderful program that does it all for you, especially for the middle class investor. So we're looking to just grab profits and protect your profits. That's it. We want to get money in your account. We want to elevate your curve. I'm doing this because I want to be able to retire on the money in my Cool Trader Pro portfolio and live my residual income lifestyle with this, because I haven't been able to do it since I've been trading with the professionals. So turn it all over to my program that soon will be in the cloud. But let me just share a couple more things here, and again, I hope to end early for everybody. But I want to again share with you that it monitors 8,000 stocks simultaneously. And again, I said a few times, but it is the key to this, fully unattended. And it's programmed to protect your profits. And again, it runs in stealth mode. And it does long and short strategies. However you want to do it, you can do both simultaneously if you like. That's up to you. All you need is an internet connection now, but that won't be the case in less than 2 months. This will all be running in the cloud, so you can check it whenever you want. And you own the system. It's private. No one touches your money. Get to the cost in a second here. No one touches your account. You're with your broker. We're simply a software company, or soon will be a web-based app company. You simply open an account with one of our trading partners below. You can see Ameritrade, Option House, FXEM, E-Trade, MB Trading, Trade King, Interactive Brokers, Option Express, and another one up there. But those are our trading partners. We have a corporate office, 2 corporate offices, Scottsdale, Arizona, and Palm Beach. We do live webinars Monday through Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with one of the people from corporate. They'll do a live demo. You can get on there, and there's a webinar that runs that shows you exactly what it looks like in real live time. It's a great webinar to get on. That guy is an expert as opposed to myself, who was just sharing this information with you. Performs right out of the box right now. What you would do is simply download the, yes, it's available to Canadians as well, and download it right out of the box. Simple 1, 2, 3 startup. And it runs in simulation mode for as long as you like. We always like to say, let the trader earn your trust. Try different strategies. Try long strategies. Try short strategies. Get into the cool trade community and find out what people are doing. Try those strategies before you go live. It doesn't know if you're live or not. You can have a live data feed, or we supply a data feed for you. So we make it very easy for you to demo this before you go live. Once you go live, you'll love it, because it's just fun to come home at the end of the day and see how many trades it's booked for you and your profits. Again, it's perfect for 401ks and IRAs. Of course, we know that will grow tax-free. And I funded my purchase for this software program with the money from my IRA plan. And I would just tell you to check with your professional advisor to make sure you do it correctly. It's certainly a wonderful way to get the software as well. So, and it runs on your computer. At this point, it needs to run on a PC, and soon it wouldn't matter what it runs on, because it's running on our servers. So again, a form of artificial intelligence, the only fully automated system available to the general public that runs on your computer. It will identify stocks to buy, will open and close the positions automatically, and it can trade up to $2 million in your account if you like. There's, I think, a minimum, maybe $1,000 in your account. I could be wrong, but again, only lots of 100 shares and more. Most importantly, running in stealth mode. And also, just so you know, on your computer right now, soon it won't matter in 2 months, it runs on your computer right now. The program starts automatically in the morning, trades all day, shuts itself off after markets hours, does it all again the next day, and runs in stealth mode. There is just so I did see a question briefly. There is a hedge fund. This is not a hedge fund that I'm offering. Ed Barano does run a hedge fund, but he also knows that not everybody has $250,000 to invest in a hedge fund. And he runs, I don't know, 30, 40 traders simultaneously in a hedge fund. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about having your own auto trader for your own strategies that you run with this, and fully automated. So I hope you find this interesting. I do want to show you the software, the cost, and how you run this. It's, again, a software system. Again, my apologies for being so small here, but this will be an example of 10 strategies that come out of the box. There are many more that come out of the box. You get to pick and choose. And you can see exactly when you click on this options. This is Bank of America long strategy. There's Dow. A lot of people just like doing the Dow strategies because they're good stocks. They're not going out of business. But we have strategies for $2 and under strategies, and anything you would like. But these will give you, SMA long swing strategies. And again, it has 700 different parameters if you are that inclined to do that on your time, to set up the strategies that you like. It will do any strategy you like, fully unattended. So if you like doing, and I don't know the terminologies, candlesticks and 30-day or moving averages or this versus that, set it all up. Go for it. Go to town, have fun with it, and let it run instead of sitting in front of your computer. Walk away after a learning curve. I don't know how many hours, 2 to 4, 6, 8, 10 hours for guys on this, gals on this line. You'll probably have learning curves that will go on for weeks, if you like. That's up to you. But it works best for me if I don't get involved. This is part of our strategy wizard, where again, you would get into the back office, and our back office, and again, I keep apologizing. I wish you could see this bigger, but in the back office, what this would say is add to current positions rules. These are all different rules. It says, I can't read it myself, but profit goal margin, profit goal requirements, watch list rules, strategy sessions, whatever it may be. And here, when do you want to open trades? When do you want to close trades? It gives you how many symbols you want to trade maximum. It'll have a watch list. You can watch 30 stocks, but if you only want to trade 7, it'll pick the 7 stocks that it'll trade, or 10 stocks. It'll talk about what range to trade those stocks in. And again, you set all the parameters once. Our tech team can help you with this, which is great, or you can just do it on your own time and figure that out. Again, more of our strategy wizard in the back office, and you get to pick your profit amounts. Because if you're trading with 5 or 7 stocks that you're doing, you can do it by percentages, or you can do it by dollar amounts. If you want to have a dollar or 50 cents or 30 cents to trade on, that's great. Percent gains, that's great. You can also talk about profit protection here. So if you want to, let's say you have a dollar target range and the stock is up 50 cents, you can put in a parameter here that will be a trailing stop at that point. So once it hits below 50 cents, it will preserve your profit if it goes below 50 cents. So we'll lock in profits for you, which is really cool. I'm not going to get too technical here because I can't, but one of the things that we don't recommend is being fully invested. We like to buy at a discount. That's why it's not important about where you enter. Of course, you can argue with me on this. That's perfectly fine. That's what it's all about. But we like to get in, let it do its thing, and then when the stock goes down, just like when my wife goes shopping, we like to buy at a discount. We buy another lot, and we want to be able to follow this stock down, 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 down. If it's going down 50%, we want to be able to buy 100 share lots and be able to catch that and make money, because we can trade this in any and all of those levels as many times as you want. And again, it will nickel and dime this to death, and it will just make you profits, profits, profits. And that's what I see with this thing over and over again. And that's what it's all about. You can have the best strategies in the world and be the best technical you got to sit there all day. You know, I don't have the time to do that. So that's what this is about for me. And there are so many things you can do back here. I'm just tip of the iceberg with this. And again here, maybe I can go back if I can see it, but this is, just so you know, with all of our traders. So you can do with all that. This would be interactive brokers. You can do live trading or simulated trading. So you can do with MB trading, TD Ameritrade. You just click with your trader, and if you don't use one of these, again, you can get an interactive broker account or a TD Ameritrade account. You'll just spend more money with the other ones. And again, what I'm certain is that this is not for everyone. Some of you guys are way too technical, and this is really simple. Right now, your computer does have to run all the time to be on with the software connection, but that will not be the case in 60 days. So I leave my computer on. We set the parameters up so it just stays on, and soon it'll just run on the cloud. We have wonderful people that help with this, which is really, really fabulous. So this is what, again, this is not live, but this is what your auto trader looks like. So again, you'll see a lot of things here, which again, my eyes can't really share with you. So it really stinks they can't share. But what here, you can see these red and black boxes on top here. This monitors over the last 5 minutes. The red means it's down, green means it's up, black means it's steady. It'll do it for Dow, NASDAQ, S&P, and the E-minis. So you know the last 5 minutes, if that's part of your strategy making or helps you determine anything, what's going on. This is obviously a live feed that you're going to get every day. It's going to tell you on here what your positions are. Bank of America, AA, I think that's Cisco, Alcoa, and it's going to tell you the different lots that you have. Excuse me, when you purchase the lots, your average entry price. So price to go to meet your target before it sells or it looks to protect your profits, and then it gives you profits and loss. But what you're going to see here is only your inventory. So these are only your open positions. This is not your profits. This has nothing to do with your profits. It's only what's going on with your open inventory. This, of course, says it's trading in stealth mode. This Y means over here, if you can see this, that you've reached your target goal, but it's hanging on to the stock because it's still trading. And this tells you, where your today's profit and loss are, your net profit and loss with your inventory. So I hope for a doctor I'm doing okay for you guys. So it's interesting. And I see a question here about liquidity being affected. We're such a small pie here. If you look at Bank of America, how many shares it trades per day, we're all trading and buying and selling at different places. I may be buying and somebody else who's using the software may be selling based on where they entered the strategy. We will never, ever, ever impact the market with what we're doing. Right now, we're up to about 20,000 users on this. So we've got a long way to go till we have 1 million users. But even with that, what Serge said earlier, it's the people that are getting in and out by the seconds, those are the ones impacting the market with the high frequency trading, and the people who are trying to sell out of mutual funds to take the necessary redemptions they have to take. We're just little fry, and that's great. We love to be under the radar. So we have a lot of self-help resource. Did I give the price here? I don't even know if I did. If it was on one of the slides, I might have taken out. The software cost is $3,500 for the software, which is all you pay, and that includes all the support, tech support, so on and so forth. We've got people to answer your questions and do anything you need. That comes with the Cool Trade community. We have this these wonderful resources, which I'll share with you in a minute. We have this Cool Trade University, cooltradeuniversity.com. Fabulous. It'll teach you all about how the software. We have Stock 101, Stock Market 202. We'll be having 303 and 404. This does, by the way, do Forex as well. And but we don't have strategies for that. You have to make your own strategies. Stock market, we have all the strategies embedded. We got built-in tutorials and all that stuff. But that $3,500 right now includes 2 years of all upgrades, maintenances, no other charges. After the 2 years, So in your 25th month, it's $125 per month to run this with our feed or whatever else you want, the 24/7 support, the so on and so forth. But right now, for 2 years, $3,500, it comes out to dollars per day to run this thing, and it's just the best thing since sliced bread that I've ever seen. So anyway, again, simulate first, learn the strategies, and then don't take any risk. We're not about risk. Ed Barano hates losses. We don't believe in stop losses. We believe in buying at discounts. Another tech talk at another time for that. When you're ready to go live, do it. Start with a little bit of money. Let it build your confidence. Don't be fully invested. You can switch between live trading and simulation. You can switch strategies anytime you want. Again, $3,500. There it is. $3,500 for everything, all strategies, the entire community, and this is my retirement. So the online community is fabulous, and this is download, select strategies, walk away, which is great. It's simulation. It's not paper trading. It's total simulation. So you can have just a data feed, and it doesn't know the difference. So there is no $125 a month now or trial membership. But one thing we do have, which I didn't mention, and this is really important, we have 100% financing. So if you want financing, we have 100% financing, and that financing is 6 months. There is no finance fee. So if you pay it in full by 6 months, you can pay as low as $320 per month. And if you pay it all in full, by the end of your 6 months, you have 0 finance fees. And if you want to let it go for a year, which is the max you can finance it for, I think it's up to 18% for the financing. That's up to you if you want to do that. But we give everybody's qualified, even if your credit's not good. We still in-house finance you for the software. Singapore. Anyway, Canada, yes. So this has been available to the public since about 2005, and it's been really since the APIs have been all set up with the different companies. Obviously, that's when the thousands of users came on board. Ed Barano was not a marketer, and now he is allowing anyone and everyone who uses the software to have access to it. And if you want to refer it, they do pay a referral fee. So anybody that has a friend, once you have your results, if you share